Noisy Pixel.
There's nothing like driving on the open road with the wind in your hair. In my struggle with finding a racing game that I enjoy, I often fall back to arcade classics. One look at Need for Speed Heat and I felt like it was time to return to the wheel. Right from the starting line, things looked good with its open world design and color palette, and while it was a fun experience, there are little issues under the hood that make the first lap tough to get through. In Need for Speed Heat, you're taken to Palm City, a resort-like town which is curiously devoid of pedestrians, but I understand that this isn't Grand Theft Auto. Players assume the role of an up-and-comer driver who is caught between the local police and the street racers of the fair metropolis. The rules are simple. Racing during the day is perfectly legal, whereas speeding at night will get the cops on your tail. However, you'll need to make a name for yourself by racing your butt off. While the story has its moments, it's far out there. The biggest issue is how unlikable the cast members are. They all borrow the vocabulary and style of online streamers, but it comes off as so forced. You're also required to choose from a bunch of pre-made characters that somehow are a mix of neutral and douchey at the same time. Luckily, your chosen avatar will be in the car for most of the game, so you won't have to look at them for too long. Racing in Need for Speed Heat feels tight and responsive. While story mode doesn't give too much of a challenge as you're going through each of the campaign races, the online mode makes up for it with unique events. Each track has a recommended level that your car should be at before a race. It's possible that you can raise your reputation and cash to make your car a little overpowered when going into many of these early races. Gameplay is split between day and night cycles. While the sun's up, players race for money. While it's down, they race for reputation. These two dynamics work well together as I found myself balancing each and thinking about my current level and car loadout. While racing during the daylight is easy to get around, nighttime brings the heat, literally. Cops will be hunting you down if you're speeding around before dawn. Winning gets you reputation points, but the more races you complete, the more fuzz will be up your tailpipe. If they catch you, you'll lose everything you gained from that evening. Story missions have you meet with another racer and then follow them back to the track, and you're forced to just follow and indulge in their mindless conversations about racing and their opinions about other riders. This feels unnecessary and slows down the pace of the game, which runs contrary to the title when the word speed is in it. The open world design of Need for Speed Heat lets the developer turn every street into a potential race. Throughout the game, players can explore the sprawling city around them and take on smaller events like drift competitions and speed traps. Where Need for Speed Heat shines is in its customizable elements. It's possible to modify every part of your ride down to the smallest detail. The fine-tuning options in this game are unlike any in the series. As silly as the story can be, the developers took the customization, sound, and presentation of their vehicles seriously, and the entire game is made better for it. Luckily for me, Need for Speed Heat retains its arcade feel, but within a straight-faced presentation. The developers seem to have spent a lot of time making the game sound and feel like an actual racing game. However, they also remembered to include fun elements like being able to do large jumps or bust through billboards.
You be careful. 2 wheels ain't shit against 4.
Need for Speed Heat on its own is a great time. Sadly, the cast of characters and the forced drama in the story don't do anything for its appeal. There are elements within the game that can be tweaked, but as a package, this is an excellent entry in the series. Palm City is a playground for car lovers as you can modify your car down to the tiniest detail. Sure, you'll probably never like your in-game avatar, but that doesn't matter when you're flying down a hill at 140 miles per hour while being chased by 5 patrol cars. Noisy Pixel is giving Need for Speed Heat a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.